Well, hi, my friends. Hi, how is everybody? This is Bernadine coming at you from my little corner of the world here in West Texas. And my channel's name is How the Hook Turns. And my hook hadn't been turning a lot, but my needles have been clicking. This is a crochet and knit channel. I switch between the two. Just depends on what's going on and what I can accomplish. That knitting is something, huh? I can knit socks almost blindly, but sweaters, I'm having a terrible time, my friends. I showed y'all that sweater I had started from the neck down with the collar, the raglan sleeves. Well, I had got down to where you're supposed to separate the sleeves from the body. You know, get you some scrap yarn and put your stitches on the scrap yarn, tie it, so the stitches to the sleeves will be separated from the body. And you keep going around the body. So I thought I had that figured out. And I put in a lot of hours on that sweater. And when I separated the sleeves, I thought, my goodness, this sleeve is taking a whole lot, stitches seem like a whole lot more than that other side. And after I got both sides separated, oh, my friends, I had that much, an inch higher on one sleeve than I did on the other. So that meant I had 2 inches bigger on one sleeve than the other. Well, so what do you do, right? I frogged it. Yes, I frogged the whole thing. So I decided that pattern was called Easy Peasy, like Sunday morning. Well, it wasn't easy peasy to me. So I decided I'm not going to give up. No, I'm not that way. So I found another pattern called Freya, F-R-A-Y-A, Freya. And basically, it is panels. So you make the front panel, you make a back panel, you make the sleeves, and you sew everything together. So that's what I decided to do. It's all not everything's not lost. Let me turn you down a little. I learned a lot from that pattern. From doing and making mistakes. And as hard as it was to rip it out, it is what it is. It's either rip it out or forget it. I'm not going to forget it. No way, no how. Once I make my mind up, I'm pretty determined I'm gonna make a sweater, friends. What kind of sweater, I'm not sure. But my goal this year was and is to finish a hand-knitted sweater. So I'm still going to crochet, absolutely. I love it. I'm addicted to it. But I have got to knit a sweater. So that's the way it is. This is either the front or the back panel. They're going to be the same size, so it doesn't really, at this point, it doesn't really matter. I think. I'll have to look at that pattern again. Maybe not. Maybe not. But I'm thinking they're the same. But I will recheck it. I'm making this one in a 2X. Because as far as explaining sizes, and I'm not good at reading patterns, my friends. I'm going to have to learn. I'm going to have to get better at it, because the secret is in figuring out whatever they put down on paper, what you're supposed to be doing. And it's not easy. I'm not a good pattern reader, and I've never even attempted to read a chart. So for charts, I can't do it. Maybe one day I can. I'm just saying, I'm a very beginner knitter. But I can manage a little. There's a lot to it, friends. And all you knitters out there know what I'm talking about. Let me get a drink of water. My mouth is getting dry. Okay. So, you, my friends out there, old friends, new friends, future friends, if y'all know how to make a sweater, my hat's off to you. You are very accomplished at your craft. So, oh, that's my silly phone notification. So, for you friends out there that can do it, I think you're wonderful. And I'm not the only one. I see a lot of beginners out there with knitting and a little bit of struggles that we're having. It'll all come together. I know it will. It always does. It took me months to figure out how to knit a sock. I made plenty of socks, and I would go real well. Everything would go well, friends. But when I got down to turn the heel, I did not. It was like I was reading Russian or something. I don't know what they were talking about. Well, then I had a few books. Then I read a paragraph in one of the books that says, there is no secret to turning a heel if you follow the directions to a T. When it says turn the heel, it literally means take your knitting and turn it around and work over here. Turning the heel. Well, there's more to it than that. But basically it means when you get down there and you don't know what it's talking about, you got to turn it and go back in that little bitty space. So, well, it took me months to figure that out, friends. And that was back in 2016. But I did it. So I know I can do this. So let me turn you around and show you kind of what I'm doing. So I think I'm going to have to put y'all's heads down. Do y'all have enough light, or should I put that other light on it? Okay. Yeah. Maybe I should turn you that way. Yeah. So this is kind of trial and error, friends. I just want you to be able to see. Now, it wasn't fun ripping this out either, okay? It was not fun. So I'm just making flat panels, friends. The other one I was knitting in the round, but you can use these circular needles to make flat panels. Really, I don't buy straight needles. Now you can even do the magic loop, I think it's called, and you can knit socks on a pair of circular needles. I don't know how, okay, friends? All I know is double pointed needles, but you can. There's videos on it, and I have saved some of them. So this row is strictly knit. And I won't be doing anytime soon any continental knitting. I've looked at it, and I have tried a little bit of it. But friends, I have these pathways in my brain that are ruts, deeply ingrained from my mother and my years of knitting, that I can't seem to change. This is how I learned, and I don't think I'm going to be able to change it. And there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. There's nothing wrong with however you do it. It's all personal preference. What feels right. I know this is not very fast as compared to continental knitting. I know there's somewhere you can just get up here like this and you can just do that. Well, I can't do that. Now, if I really pursued it, maybe I could do it. But I'm going back in the ruts in my brain where I know how to do something. I've done it so many times. Never made a sweater, but I have knitted many hours. Why, it takes forever to make a sock, friends. Little bitty tiny needles, little bitty tiny thread. Gotta have some patience there. But I have a sock drawer full of knitted socks, and I have given them as gifts also. I told my son, I said, "Son, I'm going to make you a pair of knitted socks." And my son said, "What for?" I said, "Well, they're comfortable. They're comfortable. They wear well. They're great. And they're pretty. Or masculine. You can make them either way." He said, "Mom, how in the world is that going to do any good with all them holes in them?" I said, "Honey, that's crochet you're thinking of. Knit is it's a very dense fabric, and yeah, some people don't know the difference in knit and crochet. And as I never knitted or crocheted when my children were young, I put all that away. I was busy working and raising 2 kids. I never picked it back up in my young adult years. Only my younger years. I did some in my early 20s when my oldest was little, but I don't think after my second one came along in 73 I ever picked up a crochet hook or a needle again. Well, not again, but again, raising them, I mean. So, I'm just following my ruts in my brain. We all make ruts in our brains if we keep repeating something over and over. It's called muscle memory. I do believe in muscle memory. That's how you learn to play instruments too, muscle memory. But I tried to play the flute, friends. I wanted to play it. My husband bought me a flute. I can't play that flute. I could have played that flute, but he's a retired band director, and he's very hard on me. And I get defensive, and we don't match very well, him being the teacher and me being the student. So I just put it up last year and said, I'm done. I also wanted to learn to play the violin. I don't know how I got off on this up talking about ruts, muscle memory. I couldn't learn anything. Every time I'd get it out to practice, the practice would turn into a stern lesson learning by him. I just want to just practice, and it never worked out. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's our personalities. We get along well. We do. We enjoy each other's company. But whenever I bring an instrument into the mix, it don't work. Okay, enough about that. But anyway, we're just kind of, I've never understood how anybody could just pick up something and play it. But there are instruments, there are people that can do that. I'm not one of them. I hope this is in frame, folks. I hope you've been able to see this. I'm going to be adding that fig. It's called fig, that light lavender looking. I'm going to be adding that color maybe the next row or the next row, I think. Hold on, my nose is running. Yeah. Well, that's what I've been doing. What have y'all been doing? I don't know how many knitters I have out there, but give me a holler and let me know if you do, if you knit. I'm going to turn you around here and put you back up, my friends. Put you back up. Look at this hook. Isn't that beautiful? Furls. Capricorn. It looks like jade and gold. I had one of these in the summertime, and I dropped it in the kitchen on the tile floor, and it sounded like I dropped a glass and it shattered. So they brought them back. I don't know how long they'll be back, but I ordered one to replace the one I broke. It's called Capricorn, I think. This colorway, this color, or this subtitle from Furls, I don't know. Group. This is Capricorn. And I guess it's their Zodiac collection. Yeah, that's what it is. But I'm going to get back to crochet. I have over 150 granny squares. I'm going to go lay them out on my bed and see how big that blanket will be. My next project will be connecting all those granny squares. Yeah. My crochet's calling me too, friends. So I'll be doing that. So my hands are so much better. That O'Keefe hand cream is... My hands are peeling like I have all new skin under there, and all that old stuff is just peeling off. And I have new skin. It's almost like I was burned. And now it's new skin coming back. So it's gonna start raining here this afternoon, and rain today and tomorrow. So we went out yesterday and we got a few things we needed. Bread, and I think we got some fruit for him, husband. Picked up some medications at the pharmacy. Got some dog food, those big old bags, and a couple of bags of chicken food. So we're all set. We don't need to get back out. So, you know, if you've been watching me anytime, when it rains out here, we get mudded in. So that's okay. We're good. And, friends, I know this isn't a very long video, but I just wanted to come on here and show you what I'm working on, and just touch base with you. And I'm going to sign off now because this video, I don't know how long this video is. It's going on 20 minutes. So, like I said, it's a shorter video, but that's good too. So I will see you on the next one. Take care, my friends. Remember, God loves you. I love you. My little show is over. It's a wrap, and I will catch you next time, my friends. Bye now.